The bronze statue of Emperor Marcus Aurelius stood silent in the center of New Geneva's diplomatic quarter, its weathered features gazing eternally toward the stars. For 3 centuries, it had watched over humanity's first interstellar embassy, a symbol of wisdom and justice that even alien dignitaries had come to respect. But on that fateful morning, it would witness something that would reshape galactic history forever. Lisa Chen, the embassy's xenobiologist, was conducting her routine morning inspection of the memorial gardens when she heard it, a sound unlike anything in her 15 years of interspecies research. It was barely a whisper, like wind chimes, made of crystal, but it carried an unmistakable note of desperation. She rounded the statue's base and froze. There, no larger than a house cat, was a creature that defied every known classification. Its scales shimmered with an opalescent quality that seemed to bend light itself, and delicate wings, too small for flight, trembled against its serpentine body. Most striking were its eyes, ancient amber orbs that held intelligence far beyond its diminutive size. The baby dragon, for that's what Lisa's mind immediately labeled it, was pressed against the statue's base, its tiny claws scratching at the bronze as it emitted those crystalline cries. "Kamal," Lisa whispered into her. "Come," never taking her eyes off the creature. "Get to the Aurelius statue, now, and bring the universal translator." Within minutes, Kamal Osman, the embassy's diplomatic attaché, arrived with the translation device. His usually composed expression cracked when he saw the creature. "By Allah," he breathed. "What is it?" "I don't know," Lisa said, slowly activating the translator. "But look at how it's positioned. It's not just hiding, it's supplicating." The universal translator hummed to life, and suddenly the creature's cries transformed into words that made both humans' blood run cold. "Please. Mercy. They come for my people. The devourer ships. We have nothing left. Only stories of the just ones who stand beneath the thinking stone." Lisa and Kamal exchanged glances. The thinking stone. It had to mean the statue. Somehow this creature knew about Marcus Aurelius, about the philosophy he represented. "Little one," Lisa said gently, kneeling beside the dragon. "We hear you. What is your name?" The creature lifted its head, hope flickering in those ancient eyes. Was Zephyrix of the 19th clutch of Ethermore. But Ethermore burns now. The Devourer Collective comes like darkness between stars." Kamal's face paled. The Devourer Collective, even in the diplomatic corps, it was spoken of only in whispers. A machine intelligence that consumed entire civilizations, stripping planets bare and converting organic matter into more of itself. "How did you get here?" Kamal asked. "Grandmother told stories," Zephyrix whispered. "Stories of the species that stands when others fall. The ones who carved wisdom into metal and placed it beneath open sky so all may learn." She said, "If the final darkness comes, find the thinking stone of the just ones. They alone remember that strength without wisdom is mere destruction." Lisa felt tears threatening her eyes. Somehow, across the vast gulfs of space and time, the philosophy of a Roman emperor had reached the dying civilization of these dragons. "Your grandmother was wise," Lisa said. "But what can we do? Where is your world?" Zephyrix's small form shuddered. 3 days' flight for the fastest ships. But the collective, it learns, it adapts, nothing stops it. "Everything can be stopped," Kamal said firmly, his diplomatic training kicking in. "Lisa, contact Admiral Zhang immediately. Emergency protocols." Within an hour, the embassy had transformed into a war room. Admiral Zhang's hologram flickered above the central table, her expression grim as she reviewed the data Zephyrix had provided. Star charts etched in his racial memory, tactical information about Devourer technology, and most importantly, the location of 17 other species in the path of the machine swarm. "The Third Fleet can be there in 18 hours, Zhang reported. "But Admiral, this violates a dozen non-interference protocols. We'll need full Senate authorization. No, Lisa said, surprising everyone. We don't need authorization for this. She gestured to the statue visible through the window. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the swarm cannot be good for the bee." Zephyrix came to that statue because somewhere in the galaxy the story spread that humanity had learned this lesson, that we understand the strength that comes from protecting the whole. Kamal nodded slowly. She's right. This isn't about protocols or politics. This is about what we are. Admiral Zhang was quiet for a long moment. Then she smiled, the first genuine smile any of them had seen from her in years. Third Fleet deploys in 1 hour, and Admiral, we're not going alone. The next 72 hours would enter galactic legend. Humanity's call to action spread through every diplomatic channel, every trade route, every corner of known space. Species that had never cooperated suddenly found common cause. The proud Altarian Empire provided shield technology. The enigmatic Veil Consortium shared their cloaking devices. Even the normally isolationist Christine Collective contributed their energy weapons. When the combined fleet arrived at Ethermoor, they found the Devourer Collective already in the system. But they also found something the machine intelligence had never encountered before. Unity born not from shared genetics or culture, but from shared values. The battle lasted 6 days. The Devourer Collective's adaptive algorithms designed to overcome individual species tactics found themselves facing something unprecedented: coordinated diversity. Every time they adapted to one species' strategy, another would attack from an entirely different approach. On the 7th day, the last Devourer ship fell silent. Zephyrix had watched the battle from the bridge of the human flagship, his small form perched on Lisa's shoulder. As the fleet began rescue operations on his homeworld, he turned to her with those ancient eyes. "Your grandmother told true stories," he said in his crystalline voice. "The just ones do stand when others fall." Lisa smiled, thinking of the statue back on New Geneva. "Not just us, little one. All of us." Today, in the Great Hall of the Galactic Senate, a new statue stands beside the traditional monuments to various species heroes. It's smaller than the rest, depicting a tiny dragon pressed against the base of a human figure. The inscription reads simply, "When the smallest voice calls for justice, the galaxy listens." And in 17 different languages beneath that inscription are the words that Marcus Aurelius wrote 2 millennia ago. What is not good for the swarm cannot be good for the bee. The galaxy remembered, and it would never be the same.